businesses, both large and small, have the opportunity to substantially reduce the environmental impact of their operations, and by doing so, significantly reduce their operating costs. In my view, the ability of industry to successfully address climate change hinges on a simple change in mindset, and that is to once and for all treat greenhouse gas for what it truly is: waste. CO2 is a waste byproduct of our operating systems. And treating greenhouse gas as a form of waste creates a sea change in our perspective on how to address climate change. Because once industry begins to treat greenhouse gas emissions as waste and as an indicator of inefficiency in the system, profit models can be employed, return on investments can be calculated, and that will spur private sector creativity and action that will result in a huge reduction in our emissions.
It is not enough anymore to say we will solve global warming in a UN-led process, because that is not going to happen. If we want to do something about climate change, it will happen in halls like this, in cities like what we're now at, in businesses like what you lead.
It's about how we change customer behavior. Of course, we businesses, as we understood well, we can do a lot, but also how we can help our customers to start understanding better how they can influence with their own behavior the CO2 emission and the climate.
The way we're approaching this is not so much as a standalone green strategy, which is sitting on someone's desk, whether it's at marketing or somewhere else. And by the way, it's definitely not a marketing strategy. We don't think that, well, actually we think the days of pushing this stuff in the consumer's face are frankly kind of over.
If you want to impact your carbon footprint, you need to measure, and that's what we're trying to do around our global business.
Success is more about the impact it has on the culture of the people in the business. Have we changed their attitudes to how they make decisions? Because I think for us, that will be some degree of mark of success that we're making a change and it's having an impact in the way our people think.
We believe it's not time to talk, it's time to do things. We don't need to talk anymore, and we don't need to do PR, but we need to do real things. We measure every business impact on every activity we do, every action plan we do. So sustainability is good business. We make money with sustainability.
Virtuosity, it's just good business sense. So if we can weave into that care for the environment and environmental risk management, there's no reason why it shouldn't be profitable. That risk management system should be simple. It's all very well and good having platitudes at the high level, making mission statements, etc., statements of intent, but it's got to get down to the basics of the business. It's got to be simple. Managing the environment, managing risk can also maximize profit.
The environment policy that we follow is something as the strategy that we have within Impacts is not to force the people to do the things, but is to convince and to get them on board. Why? It's because, first of all, if you don't get them on board, you are not going to get it implemented at all. And secondly, because getting them on board, that you have more feedback on how you should do the proper thing and the right thing. A responsible acting in the society, it means that you first need to be responsible in environment friendly.
We have written in our mission statement just the responsibility for employees and environment. And we do that top down. There's no other way. If you don't live it at the top, you will not be successful in implementing sustainability in your company.
Sustainability means building something that lasts, and how do you do that with a process like cleaning? And the answer is processes.
And I believe that associations have a critical role to play in advancing the thinking around sustainability in the business community. Associations have the enviable position of being able to take a long-term view. And to an extent, we're paid to do that by our members. They're concentrating on the day-to-day issues of the operational management of cleaning. And we're very much looking at the more longer-term issues.
School's major role towards sustainability is information and training, education. If we educate our members, then they will be able to educate their staff, partners, and clients.
There are rewards for efficiency. Those companies that figure out how to deliver it will win, and there are punishments for inefficiency, because the ones that are in the forefront, the people sitting in this room, are teaching the rest of the world how to do it. And I also think there's no turning back at this point. I think 2009 showed us if we don't figure this stuff out, we probably won't be sitting here in 10 or 20 years. Other people will have figured it out, and they'll be sitting here.